My lady, you've asked for me, yes? It is a shame. I would have been by your side this entire time, but the physicians kept me from you along with everyone else. It pains me to see you like this, so frail and weary, with such a heaviness about your eyes. Oh, no, 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 my lady. I didn't mean to imply anything about your appearance. Uh, Even stricken and confined to your bed, you're still the most radiant. Oh, of course, a jest. My liege, I humbly ask, please do not toy with my heart so. I care not for how often you're amused by such antics, but you should still consider your loyal knight's feelings every now and then. I am truly ashamed. I am the one to blame for this occurrence. No, I insist. Even if my liege says otherwise, I should have been watching you more closely. Even through all the gifts and costumes at the ball, I should have still realized that man's intent. I know it would have been an innocent gesture otherwise, no one would question, but that is precisely the very nature of my station. I am supposed to watch everything that happens around you and analyze potential dangers to a fine degree. And yet, I somehow didn't realize his ring had scratched you when he kissed your hand. I would have my sword against his throat in the very second had I been paying attention more closely. To think he would come here as an invited guest and try to assassinate the king's precious daughter in such an underhanded way. The war should have remained in the front lines, not be fought right in our own doorstep. I am sure my prince has heard this plenty of times by now, but it's a dark blessing that you reacted so strongly to the poison and so quickly as well. It is said that blackthorn draught normally settles in the blood and takes a few days to take effect, making it the favorite method among sly assassins. They can seal the fate of their victim and then be days away before death occurs. Such horrendous treachery that a guest so high in the court would be the one swayed into such evil, and I did not even see it. I will be forever in your debt for that, my sweet lady. I am so very, very regretful. Even if I were to take my own life, I wouldn't be able to pay this. No, do not tell me to rise from my knees. My only consolation beyond seeing that murderous snake put me behind bars would have been the opportunity to take his life myself. And also to have this opportunity to beg for your forgiveness, for failing you. Allow me to kneel here beside your bed and take up that delicate hand that I could not protect, and place a bleeding kiss upon your poor bandaged fingers. No, I will not rise again until I leave this room. For now, please, let me stay by your side like this. I pledge to you that I would never, never allow such danger overshadow you again. I have sworn to protect you these many years, and I have seen you through every other threat that has come across your path. But to think this was the oversight that would have cost your life, I deserve to be stripped of my position as knight and to be thrown in the streets. My lady, this is no laughing matter. I assure you, I'm not being overly dramatic. You've nearly lost your life. How can you simplify the facts like that? My princess, do you not value yourself enough? Must I tell you once more just how priceless you are? Because you know how you are the single most precious treasure in this kingdom, a jewel of a lady, pure-spirited and gentle, beautiful both inside and out. I am honored to be bestowed with your safety. How can you call me dramatic when I failed you so utterly? My princess, you are too kind-hearted. I do not deserve your forgiveness. However, as your knight, I shall accept it, and I promise to keep you safe from this day forth. But for now, I shall stand guard in your room until you are fully recovered. Please, I beg your indulgence, but may this failed knight hold your hand like this just a little longer. This poor afflicted hand has been tormenting me with guilt for the past 3 days, wondering if you survived, whether this lovely hand would as well. They said the poison could have terrible effects on the area it was administered. That is, if the victim survived. What a gift that you were only left with soul and fingers, as unpleasant as it may feel. To think of what it may have been. No, you were right. It is too firm of a grip. I beg your pardon, my princess, for this outburst of emotion. Now I should attempt to cheer you up. No, I do not think you appear gloomy. You're just tired for fighting for your life, like such a champion. Still, you have that sweet smile on your face. Does your benevolence know no end, my lady? Well, I am honored to be blessed with the sight of that smile again. I've been thinking a great deal while waiting to see if you would recover. My mind has been dwelling on your last words before the ball began that night, and what you told me. I know not what it says of me that I was shocked when you made such a confession. Of all people, I am the one that knows your mind best. That is the point you raised, was it not? That I know you through and through, and that was the part that grew your affection for me. Well, I cannot deny that through the many years I would devote myself to looking after you, but it rattled my nerves that I could know you so well and yet be so oblivious to your feelings. Yes, I suppose most men can be rather oblivious when it comes to these matters. And you saw how surprised I was, and you were even kind enough not to demand a response immediately. At the time, I was so conflicted with it myself. You were my princess, my charge, my responsibility. How preposterous it could have been that you were swayed simply by how much time we spent in each other's company. Though I also know how intelligent you are. You would have not based your feelings on such a flimsy reasoning. Emotions are not in the realm of rationality in any sense. I know, but as I said, I was conflicted. Your dance with death has brought many things to light that I've spent too long hiding even from myself. One of which that I wish to return your affection. I do not think I allowed myself to admit it, but that is the truth. I do not wish to be apart from you, and to say you're my match in every way would be an understatement. That is why you said it much more fluently than I could all those days ago, when I took issue of verbalizing my own jumbled thoughts. Would it still be prideful to assume that your poisoning has not changed your heart regarding myself? May I still have the chance to court my princess? I am overjoyed. In one fell swoop, I felt our future snatched away before we could even grasp it. And yet, here we are. I cannot convey my own happiness, my lady. A kiss? But you were still so frail. I would never assume to have the privilege so soon. Are you certain? Well, then I should indeed rise from my knees. I do not wish for you to try and sit up. Just remain where you are. May I sit beside you? Thank you. Your face is still chill to the touch, my lady. Are you not warm enough? Then shall I? Oh, all right. I'll kiss you first, if that is your wish. Am I going daft, or has your cheeks gone suddenly warm in my hands? My sweet lady, I have worked, trained, and fought to be strong and nimble for your sake, and yet, at this moment, I cannot bear the weight of my own joy. I can feel my legs shaking in ways I have never felt on the battlefield. I have never felt so happy to be weakened by the person who has kept me strong all this time. Will you accept my defeat and let me lay down next to you? Of course, I will hold you close as penance. Oh, how I wish to have done this many times before, when you have been grieved by something. It was not my place then. However, now that I am caught in you, it feels perfectly appropriate to comfort you in your distress. Though you are not really distressed, are you? In fact, you appear to be giggling and smiling way too much for someone who just survived the terrible poisoning. I see. Is that how it is? The giggling is only a side effect, hmm? Yes. I'm sure this is a newly found discovered symptom of the poison you were infected with. And of course, I am dedicated enough to lie here for as long as you wish me to, my lady. Until your giggles have calmed down at the very least. I feel that may take a while. No matter what, I shall listen loyally to your giggling and watch over that beautiful, smiling face, as it is in my duty. Oh, my princess, my precious, precious princess, I shall protect this love of ours from any and all obstacles that may present themselves. Fear not, I will guard your heart fiercely, as a dragon would his hoard, to help keep your mind at peace and ensure that your body is safe and healthy. I place my hand on my heart and I swear this new oath to you as more than your knight, to more than my lady. Thank you for accepting my promises.